Hello there, fellow Cornerstoners. Pastor Joel here, and I am back. I hope that you are as happy about that as I am. It's really good to be here, even in the building, and especially among you, the people of Cornerstone. One of the first things that I needed to do when I got back was to find my coffee mug. I found it. It was in the downstairs kitchen in one of those cupboards. There's a whole lot of things that I'd love to share with you about the sabbatical, but I'm going to keep it a little bit short for now. One of the first things that we did, Pauline and I left our 5 teenagers at home, and we went out to British Columbia to a Fair Havens Ministries retreat center, specifically for pastors and people in full-time ministry. And since that time, we continued working on different aspects of our marriage over these last 3 months. Another thing I did is I read a lot of books. I read a book by John Grisham, one of his fiction novels. I reread a book on discipleship. I read a book by Francis Chan on unity in the church. I read a book that was highly recommended from a pastor friend called The Common Rule, about spiritual practices for people in a distracted age, and several other books. I spent a lot of time reading my Bible. I read through the Bible from beginning to end 3 times over these last 3 months. I spent some time also 40 days doing a different activity each day. No, not 40 days, sorry, 4 weeks on a whole life confession with another friend here in Winnipeg. And then near the end, I traveled out to Abbotsford because my son Isaiah will be working out there for the summer. So we drove out to Abbotsford together. On the way out there, we stopped and in Calgary, at Micah and Josh Calder's place, and so some of you know them, and so it was good to catch up with them before going on to Abbotsford. I also visited several different churches here in Winnipeg, and I was observing and kind of learning how different places do different things. And I also had an opportunity to go visit my parents for a weekend. They live in Niagara Falls, and so I was able to fly out, find one of those cheap tickets, flew to Waterloo. My brother, who lives in Ottawa, drove from Ottawa to Waterloo that morning and picked me up, brought me back to Niagara Falls. I spent the weekend, and I realized it was probably the first weekend that I had spent just me with my parents, because usually we go as a family. And so that was a different kind of experience, and it was really good, and I think that's something I would like to continue doing even when I'm not on sabbatical. And then just near the end, I drove out to Regina for ordaining council meetings just earlier this week and came back and started again. So it's really good to be back with you. And like I said, there's a lot more that I could share with you, and I would love to share more with you in person when I see you, maybe over a cup of coffee. And this Sunday, I will be with you in person. I'm looking forward to that. I hope you can all make it. It's my privilege to lead us in communion this Sunday. So I do really hope to see you this Sunday.